You ever just like almost burned down a playground? Yeah, I'm assuming not. So today's story is actually just pretty weird, if anything. Like thinking back on it, I'm wondering why the fuck did I do that? What was going through my head when I was doing these things? I don't fucking know, but yeah, I mean, hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Clixie. I'm back at it again with another video. And well, yeah, if you couldn't tell already, today's story is about how I almost burned down a playground. Well, I mean, it probably wouldn't have been burned down since it was all metal and like a bit of it was plastic, and like metal and plastic, they don't catch on fire, they melt if anything. So yeah, I guess that's cool. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, it means a lot to me. So the story starts off about 3 years ago. I was either 12 or 13, I forgot, somewhere around that. And well, at around this age, I was doing some pretty stupid shit that I probably should not have been doing. Like I wasn't hanging around like any bad people, but I was definitely hanging around some weird people. Like when I look back at it now, I'm wondering what the fuck was I doing? Seriously. But I mean, like, other than that, I was your typical 13-year-old, nothing out of the ordinary. So yeah, I remember this day. It was a Sunday. We were just hanging out, doing whatever, just fucking around. There really wasn't much to do that day. I mean, it was snowy all over the place, so like we couldn't go play basketball or anything. And well, we couldn't really like play around with the snow because 3 days it had snowed 3 days before, and like in the span of 3 days, snow gets pretty hard. So at that point, it was basically just fucking ice. And I don't know if you've been hit by ice before, but that shit hurts a lot, especially if it hits you like in the stomach area. So after a bit of fucking around, we went to a convenience store. We go inside and we buy some stuff. I bought a bag of hot Cheetos, like one of the big ones, the $3 ones. And yeah, we just start walking back to a baseball field. We jump over the fence, we sit down at the bleachers and just start talking about anything really. And then one of my friends pulls out a lighter. Other than the fucking Cheetos that I had, there was nothing else to light. So I came up with a bright idea to put the fire from the lighter under a Cheeto and make the hot Cheeto even hotter. So yeah, we do that a bit, and then I get curious. So I ask him to give me the lighter, he does, and then I just light a Cheeto. I let it burn all the way down. And well, Cheetos are actually pretty fucking flammable. I didn't expect that at all. Like the one Cheeto burned for like a good minute and a half. It was then that we realized that, oh wait, we could start an actual fire, like a little campfire or a bonfire or something like that. And well, by this time it was actually getting pretty late and like I had to go back home, so we decided to do it the next day. So yeah, the next day it's like 9 a.m. It's kind of cool outside, and we decided to go to this playground. The rest of the playground was pretty isolated. Not that many people went there except for like the occasional 1 or 2 people that went to go walk their dogs. Sometimes kids would go there to go play, but they wouldn't stay for too long. We go there, I didn't want to buy another bag of chips because like $3 is quite a lot of fucking money. I mean, when your allowance is $20 every 2 weeks, $3 is it's almost like what? That's like a good 6-7% of your fucking allowance. So yeah, I had like a good 20 Cheetos left over. We go there, we sit down under the playground, and yeah, we just start to fuck around again. Throw sticks, throw rocks, I don't know, just do stupid shit. After a bit, my friend pulls out his lighter, I pull out the Cheetos, and yeah, we just started. We throw like a good 10 Cheetos down on the floor. We surrounded in rocks, that way like the fire wouldn't escape somehow. I don't know how that fucking works. And yeah, we light it, and it starts to burn. More things start to catch fire. We put sticks and shit in it, and then the fire starts to get bigger. And I'm thinking, oh shit, this might actually get out of control. So like, I go and pick up some sticks, not sticks, sorry, some ice and like some snow. Some of it was still kind of snow. You could pick it up, and I start to throw it in the fire, but it didn't do shit. The fire kept on growing. Point shit started to get a bit scary. We're like, oh crap, what if we can't control this? And then all of a sudden, alright, I just hear someone yelling out, give me your ID. And then I jump, and immediately I'm thinking, oh fuck, it's security forces. If you don't know what that is, they're pretty much cops on military bases. It's the exact same thing, don't worry about it. But yeah, someone's yelling out, give me your ID. I turn around and I see some guy with a baseball cap running towards me. Now this playground, I said it was pretty isolated, but on the other side of the playground there was another baseball field. Now, there was like a decent amount of shrubbery and stuff covering, like, you know, their view into the playground, but I guess the fire just got that big to the point where they could see it. So yeah, Mans pulls up, he, you know, we give him our IDs, he writes down our names and stuff, and he somehow puts out the fire. He just stomps on it. Wondering how the fuck he did that. When we had put water, we put ice on it. Hell, we tried to stomp it out too, but like it didn't work that well. But yeah, he puts it out. He writes down our information, and he pretty much just talks to us about how we shouldn't be doing shit like this, which is true, yeah. So one of my friends just starts to cry. He tries to get out of the situation as best as he can. And he just starts to fucking bitch and cry about it. And this entire time, while he's crying and trying to explain the whole situation, like, oh, don't tell my mom's gonna hit me, blah blah blah. I'm thinking, how the fuck am I gonna explain this to my dad? So yeah, I kind of dazed off for a bit. Eventually, the guy that came to us, he called my name. He asked me like what I had to say about myself. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, whatever. He told us that he'd be giving us 1 day to tell our parents about it, and if not, he'd be calling them himself. They knew about it, or he'd be telling them himself. And well, on my walk home, I wasn't thinking about anything. I didn't want to hear anything. I was still just trying to think about like how I was gonna explain this. Like, was I gonna say, oh yeah, it accidentally like lit up? I don't understand how you accidentally just start a fire with fucking Cheetos. So that was definitely out of the question. So yeah, I started to think even more, and well, eventually, by the time I got home, I had nothing in my head. So I'm thinking, you know what, whatever. If I get grounded, I get grounded. So I get home. My dad was out buying groceries, so my mom was home instead. And yeah, I told her what happened. She just looked at me like, bro, why are you stupid? That's about it. She didn't really say much more about it. Well, yeah, to my surprise, she didn't freak out or anything. She just said like, okay, just don't do stupid shit like that again. Like, come on, you're fucking 13. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that. And yeah, after a bit, my dad gets home. I tell him about it, and well, he also didn't ground me or anything, which I said it's fucking surprising me still to this day. Like, what? I'd pretty much done something illegal, and surprisingly, he didn't like, you know, ground me or anything. Instead, he told me that that when the guy eventually called, he'd be asking him what my punishment should be. So I'm like, okay, cool. He could be calling 1 to 2 days from now. I have some time to, you know, not be grounded, I guess. So yeah, about 2 days later, the guy calls. My dad gets back home and he tells me what happened. He told me that he found out that the guy was the baseball coach and he'd be signing me up for baseball. So he pretty much told me that if I had enough time to be doing stupid shit like lighting fires under a playground, then I definitely had enough time to go play baseball or do something productive. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh shit, I definitely wish I'd gotten grounded instead, because at the time I despised baseball. I hated it. I thought it was boring as hell. I thought there was really nothing interesting to it. And well, yeah, that's about the end of that story. I still didn't like baseball like while I was doing it. So I decided to actually stop reminding my dad about it, and I think he eventually forgot it because I just stopped going to it after like 5 classes. And while I will admit that baseball was not as boring as I thought it was going to be, but I definitely did prefer playing basketball instead. And well, yeah, that's about it. Nothing really interesting happened. It was all pretty normal after that. The moral of this story, I guess, would be don't be an idiot, especially if you're like lighting shit under playgrounds. Don't light anything on fire, really. It's stupid as hell. It's not going to get you anywhere. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Be sure to follow me on my social medias. I'll have links in the description. And well, yeah, bye.
Shoot my shot like a fucking heat seeker. Off of the molly and the coke, she a keeper. No, I really love her, but no, I don't need her. No, it sounds bad, but I never wanna leave her. Yeah, I've been in my bag for a long, long time. I've been going down the road, it's a long, long ride. And the only one I want is you, my side. We gon' split this shit up like it was apartheid.